Unbelievable. Literally unbelievable. Listen, y'all. I love my Giants. I'm a fan, of course. This is about to get real negative because I don't think I've ever seen a game that poorly coached since Joe Judge. And this wasn't long ago. This wasn't that long ago. We're talking about Joe Judge from 2 years ago. But that's how much of a laughingstock the Giants have been. And I'm not going to go for the history of it. I'm not going to dive into that. Brian Daboll, you got to be up for questioning at least your job almost at this point. What is going on? This is the coach that won Coach of the Year last year, that everyone gave him so much credit, and deservedly so, right? I gave him credit. We all gave him credit. That talent last year was not it, and they were able to win some games. They won important games. Everybody that was scrutinizing Daniel Jones for being that quarterback, but hey, he's working with Brian Daboll, one of the better coaches in the league. You know, this is why he was able to do what he's able to do. Where is that coach at? Where is he? Because I just saw him lose us a game. Yes, I'm not looking at Graham Gano. I'm not looking at the defense. I'm looking at our coach that had a 10-3 lead, 10-7 lead, I'm sorry. A 10-7 lead that got the ball back with a minute and 30, relatively in that range. It's 4th and 1, 4th and 2. And you trot out your kicker that already missed one from the same range. It wasn't like it was a closer range than before. It wasn't a 15-yarder. No. The same range. He already missed one. And you send him out there and he misses another one. When it was reported before the game started that Graham Gano apparently has to have surgery on his leg. I believe it's not his kicking leg. It's definitely his planting leg, I'm assuming. But he's hurt. The guy is hurt. You know he's hurt. You know he missed the kick already. And it wasn't a 50-yarder. It was a 30-something yarder. You know he missed it already. Yet, this is what we'll do. We're going to go out the way that we just did today. Give them the ball back. And credit to the Jets offense, man. Listen, our defense shut them down all game. I don't pin our loss on the defense. They smothered them all game. One bad missed tackle allowed Breece Hall to go score that random touchdown, but we were up 10-7. And the Giants offense was just, here you go. Here you go, Saquon. Over 35 carries. Just handing the ball off left and right. That's what the offense that we were playing with today. -9 passing yards. How is that even doable? This is the coach that he's the offensive guru. He knows all these things. Mike Kafka gets all the bad credit when it comes to the losses. But Brian Daboll, when are you going to step in? Apparently he stepped in last week and you saw a little bit of improvement. But who's stepping in when you can't even get a positive passing play? You're not even attempting to throw the ball. And now, mind you, right, for context, for people who haven't watched the game, Tyrod Taylor did get hurt. So we're on our third starting quarterback and our third string quarterback to be that. Tommy DeVito, fan favorite in the preseason. You know, obviously we hype him up. I wouldn't say he's a great quarterback or even a starting caliber quarterback. But you have him on the roster for a reason, right? You have him on the roster because apparently, you know, if things go bad, you let him play. You could have had a wide receiver doing what he did today. Snapping the ball and handing it off to Saquon. Because that's all they did. All they did was hand it off 24/7. This isn't a quarterback that's hurt. This isn't a quarterback that's hampered. We seen it when Daniel Jones was hurt. We seen it in the playoffs when Brock Purdy tore a ligament in his arm. All he did was hand the ball off. We have a functioning quarterback. Yes, third string. Yes, he might not have all that trust in him. But at least when the going gets tough, try to make a play. In overtime, we're throwing 3 screen passes to Saquon, not even trying a slant, not even trying anything. People see this stuff and they kill Daniel Jones for it. People see this stuff and they kill all these other players for it. The coach has to be questioned at this point. It's ridiculous. It's so bad that we're thinking about Joe Judge now. And whether who was worse. I think this was a Joe Judge level game. People are talking about it. I'm not the only one. But I don't think I've ever seen a worse effort than I did today. -9 passing yards is crazy. -9 passing yards is nuts. And once again, credit to the defense. I know what happened late. I know what happened with Dory Jackson with the pass interference. I understand all of those things. I'm not pinning it on him, even though you wish, he turns his head around and that probably doesn't get called. But Zach Wilson's able to throw that ball. When Zach Wilson looked terrible all day, Tommy DeVito couldn't throw up the ball like that? Couldn't even attempt to? We're playing so scared that the moment we took the lead, we're just hoping for the time to run out. We're trying to get out of here. We're trying to get out of here any way we can. And listen, when you play like that, you're not going to win many games. And we don't walk away with the win in this one. Did the Jets outplay us? No. Did the Jets play better than us? No. Do the Jets beat us with Daniel Jones playing? No. And this is not a situation where, but they didn't have Aaron Rodgers either, so you can't say it's not about Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones got hurt because of the situations that he was put in. Aaron Rodgers was a fluke injury. There's nothing controlling that. But guess what? You can control your quarterback getting blindside hit when you got your third offensive guard playing left tackle. This is the same coach that in week 1, when he was getting killed, we pull out all our starters, we pull out our starting offensive linemen, but leave our starting quarterback out there. This is the same coach. We cannot sit here and think that Brian Daboll is being dealt with bad hands, because guess what? We saw what he did last year. We saw what he did. Tommy DeVito, he's not perfect. This is the guy you brought in the preseason. So it's not like he didn't know the system. It's not like he shouldn't have been prepared for this moment. You're on the NFL roster for a reason. And I don't blame Tommy DeVito. I don't. Because you know what it is? They definitely told Tommy DeVito, hey, don't even think about passing it down the field. Give it to Saquon, see if Saquon can break one. That was the game plan. Don't even try to throw a slant. Don't even try to throw a post. Don't even try to throw the ball downfield at all. Dump it down to Saquon. Credit to Saquon, man. Rushed for over 100 yards. Had a boatload of carries. In a game where you knew he was getting the ball and he still was able to get some yardage out of it. Fight for every yard. Then he's catching passes that go for 0 yards. Credit to Saquon. Credit to the defense. We lost this game because of Brian Daboll, y'all. That's why we lost this game. There's nothing else to it. There's not much else I have to say. I will be live later tonight just to hang out with y'all. And once again, man, I'm getting tired of all these venting sessions, but it's another venting session tonight, y'all. If y'all want to tap in, man, make sure you tap in tonight at 8 p.m. It is 5 p.m. at the time of this recording, so I will be live shortly. But you just hate to see losses take place like that when the game should have been won. I don't know why it took me so long. Kayvon Thibodeau had himself a game. 3 sacks, 9 tackles. This is coming after he got scrutinized by WFAN. Those jerks, whatever they're talking about. Guy balled out today. And he had a game-closing sack. But it's just so bad that we have an inopportune offense. An offense that can't move the ball at all. An offense that can't even pass the ball. And then when it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2, hey, you ran the ball. You know, everyone knows you're going to run the ball. You ran the ball all game. Let's not try to run the ball and close this game out. No, let's try to our kicker. Which, if my kicker was healthy, I understand it. But our kicker is not healthy. And if we know that information, y'all, that means he knows that information. If we saw our kicker miss a field goal, that means he knows our kicker already missed a field goal. But sure, let's try that and now look at it. We lose a game. And listen, tough things do happen. Tough stuff does happen. Sometimes it's out of your hands. But guess what? They get paid the big bucks for these things, and that's why we don't. So we have to look at it at that point, man. That's it for now, man. I'll make another video coming out tomorrow. I'll be live tonight. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Road to 10K still active, man. Giants, shout out to the defense, but coaching, y'all got to be better. Peace.